So I'm just going to make this short and sweet, really. I mean, I ain't going to wait for people to come in. So those of you that will watch this after it's been, on the playback, it's just so you man know. Because it's time. It's time now. It's time. Thomas Partey injury update as Ghana coach explains Africa Cup of Nations snub. Midfielder was not included in Chris Hughton's final squad for Africa Cup of Nations. In all fairness, can we're really going to expect Partey to go to that? Because it would have looked a bit suspect if Thomas Partey just comes back from injury miraculously as Africa Cup of Nations is about to take place. Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey has been left out of Ghana's squad for the Africa Cup of Nations this month as he continues to recover from a thigh injury. Ghana boss Chris Hughton on Monday explained that both club and country were exercising caution with Partey, who injured his thigh in October. The midfielder underwent a small surgery the following month and had hoped to return in time to play for Arsenal before the Africa Cup of Nations starts on January the 13th. The 30-year-old, however, has been left out of Ghana's 27-man squad, and Hughton has stressed how Partey is recovering from the biggest injury of his career to date. Thomas Partey for sure, and I say this not in a detrimental way to the squad that we have, but is one of our most important players, said Hughton. This we know, and withstanding his injury, he certainly would be in the squad. We know that the quality of the player he is. This is a player that has a substantial injury. Now, I feel the same, and I speak for a lot of Arsenal fans, I'd say the majority, when I say that Thomas Partey is very important in this team. A fully fit Thomas Partey is crucial for our midfield. We understand how important he is. The problem is, since he came Arsenal, he was injury-free before he came Arsenal. So I don't know what's going on at Arsenal, but he came Arsenal and picked up injuries left, right, and centre as easy as you could pick up a cold. And he just hasn't been there when we needed him. Let's call a spade. Thomas Partey is not there when you need him. The best ability is availability. Thomas Partey, not. So I'm saying Arsenal should look to sign his out and out replacement. You know what I mean? That's what we should do. Sign his replacement. Let's face it, right? Imagine if you had Partey with Rice in our midfield right now. You know what I mean? Partey, Rice, Odegaard as our midfield three. You know what I mean? We only saw that in the Community Shield. And then Arteta, in typical Arteta fashion, on goofiness, starts wanting to explore Thomas Partey playing at right back. And then he picks up the biggest injury of his career at Arsenal, while during that time, he's playing out of position, playing out of his natural position. Arteta's done nothing but destroy players since he's been here. Let's never forget when we were losing to Spurs at Spurs and Thomas Partey pulled up and Spurs went on attack. And Arteta said, no, go, defend that attack. Spurs went 2-0 up, I think it was at the time. because I think they beat us 3-0 in that game. I think that made it 2-0 at the time. Sent Partey on to try and go support the attack, to support the defense, to try and defend the ball. He's just pulled up injured. Naivety. And Partey's just never been the same. We've spent a lot over this period of time with Thomas and also engaging with medical staff at Arsenal Football Club. They will treat this injury with caution, and so will the player. This is a big injury for him and the biggest injury that he's had. The most important thing for me as head coach and our association is to give him the support he needs through this period of time. Well, I'm sorry, as Arsenal fans, we've had enough now. We've had enough of him not being available. Is it his fault? No. Your body, it is what it is. But we can't be carrying injured players and hoping that you'll come back for this game, that game, especially when we have big games coming up. Can't do that. Sign his replacement. And most of all, let's get a striker that can bag us 20 plus goals a season. Start there. From all the information that we've been given, the timeline of his recovery and caution will be taken will not meet our timelines for the AFCON. And that's that. I'm saying bin him. Partey has to go now. If you watch my last videos, I've been saying the manager should go, and now in this video, I'm saying Partey has to go. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. I can't do this. He's not available when we need him. He's not available when we need him. Sign his replacement. Sign his replacement. That's what I say. Sign his replacement. You know what I mean? Because I wanted this to work. I wanted this to work. I didn't want to be in that camp of he's always injured and stuff, but can't take this anymore. I just can't take it anymore. You know what I mean? Never available when you need him. You know what I mean? Now we've got through half the season without him because we've had to. But luckily, we've got Rice in this team. But imagine if you had Partey and Rice. You know what I mean? I was 50 last week. Well, happy belated birthday to you. Big 5-0. Had 20 years of sorrow. Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. This thing, it doesn't look like it's going to get any better at all. You know, we're seeing what we're seeing in the team right now. Arteta's decision making has caught up with us. And now, with Partey injury business and the January window's open, and it's like, what are Arsenal going to do then? You know what I mean? Because I'm still sticking to my guns. We are not going to do what we should be doing in this window. We're not. You know what I mean? Because we don't have that ambition. We're always going to be short. Every single season, we're always short. We're always a few players away from achieving what we want to achieve. This is why the best we can do is an FA Cup. And that's what's been shown since 2014. You know what I mean? 2014, we got it right. We had the few players needed to win a trophy. You know what I mean? But we didn't have enough to win the league. And when it looks like we might win the league, when it looks like that, what did Wenger do in January 2016? Fuck all. And who won the league in 2016? Leicester. Who finished second in the 2015-16 season? Arsenal. You know what I mean? That is something that I can never forgive Wenger for. Right? January window of 2016, he did nothing. Didn't push for shit. Right? And we lost the league to Leicester. Leicester City won the damn league. You know what I mean? That's something that's unforgivable, that. You know what I mean? I almost wanted to discredit him for the Invincibles because you still had George Graham defense in some of that. You know what I mean? When you look deep into things, you know what I mean? George Graham nearly could have had Arsenal invincible if it weren't for a home loss in 91 season. You know what I mean? He achieved nearly the same thing Wenger did, but he actually won European trophy. You know what I mean? But not doing anything in the January window of 2016, nothing at all. No players, nobody came in. You had Giroud who couldn't score for shit until the league was done. Unforgivable. These players are nowhere near the level of Bergkamp and Henry. Agreed. Tottenham look likely to finish above us. I think Spurs, like, they'll look good, but when the pressure's really on, that highline bullshit that they're doing is going to catch up to them. Because when they come up against teams that need to stay up in the league, teams that are fighting for European places as well, right? Teams fighting to finish in the top 10, top half of the table and everything like that. I'm telling you right now, Spurs are going to feel it. You know what I mean? These teams, Spurs concede all the time. So these teams will have a field day. I'm telling you. So Spurs don't worry me. You know what I mean? The only team I was worried about so far this season was Liverpool, because they just wouldn't shut up shop and just lose some games. Now there's no point. The 6 points ahead of us. There's no point now. We know what's going to happen this season. Liverpool will continue to go on. Then when push comes to shove, they'll quiver, and Man City will just go, hey, see you later, mate. League titles half, kid. That's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I'd rather Liverpool win the league than Man City. But I just know they've got a Uruguayan Nicholas Jackson up front in Nunes. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, Liverpool, they won't do what they should do in terms of the title. I think, personally, it's the Europa League that they'll win this season. I think that's got their name on it this season. I'm not even gonna lie. Sick of the invincible stuff too. We don't get extra. I don't know if you meant to write something else after that, but yeah, I mean, the Invincibles happened. Great achievement in that. You know, it's clearly something that is hard to do. You know what I mean, because you're seeing teams win 3 trophies before you've seen a team go invincible in England. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. But then Wenger peaked at that, because what did he do after that? He just won FA Cups after that. You know what I mean? And it took him 9 years to win another trophy. No, 9 years after he won the FA Cup, after the year after the Invincibles, took him 9 years to then win the FA Cup again. You know what I mean? And then he won 3 more after that. You know what I mean? He didn't get us. Let's face it, Wenger never took Arsenal to 2 cup finals in one season. Jose Mourinho's done that. Sir Alex Ferguson's done that. Pep Guardiola's done that. Jurgen Klopp's done that. What's his name? Di Matteo's done that. You know what I mean? Arsene Wenger has never took Arsenal to 2 cup finals inside one season. So let that marinate for a second. You know what I mean? Last time we did that, we won them both. But I digress. On in the league. Yeah, you do only get the league, but all we've got with that now is pride, because nobody else has done it in England. The last time it was done before Arsenal was 1888, which is Preston North End, the originators of the Invincibles, and they actually won a double when they did it. You know what I mean? So all we've got is that, and then the fact that we can say nobody else has done it. Just like Man United, when they won the treble in '99, it wasn't necessarily the fact that it wasn't just the 3 trophies. It was which 3 trophies it was. You know what I mean? Before that, Liverpool won a treble before they did. It's just that it wasn't their unique treble. The treble involved the EFL Cup, not the FA Cup. That was the only difference. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's otherwise you're seeing teams win 3 trophies. We're seeing that. You ain't seen teams go invincible. So that's one thing we can brag about. But at the end of the day, it was a long time ago. And the manager that did it took the club backwards after. We continue to be a banter club. Yeah, and we'll keep continuing because this club's just going to be on clownery. And we're going to hold on to players like your Zinchenko's. We're going to hold on to your Brazilian Welbecks. We're going to hold on to Thomas Partey, who can barely, walk these days. You know what I mean? We're going to keep holding on to these players, and we're not going to replace these players how we should. All the players get at least £500,000 a month, and that's another thing as well. If players are going to get paid well, right? They'll put in a bit of a shift. If it doesn't work out, then it's like, oh well. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they've done their bit. So the desire, especially when players sign new contracts, I'm telling you, form starts dipping. I mean, form start dipping when players sign new contracts. Yep. We see it all the time. We see it all the time.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
We see it all the damn time. But yes, Partey needs to be in now. We need to look at who can we sign that's going to replace Partey. You're the player that's going to take Partey's place. And when Partey's back fit, look to get rid of him. You know what I mean? But I know what would happen. I know what would happen if we did that, right? If we signed Everton's Onana, right, as a Thomas Partey replacement, right? He'll be in the team, playing well, blah, 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 right? And what will happen is Thomas Partey will come back from injury and he'll be on a bit of good form and he'll give us a bit of consistency. You know what I mean? And what will happen is this fan base will get fooled by it, thinking that, oh, Thomas Partey is turned over a new leaf now. His body's transformed from before now. He's not been injured for a while, blah, blah, blah. Then the second we start relying on him, he'll pick up another injury. That's what happened. I mean, so what we should do is sign his replacement. Once Partey's back fit, sell him, bid him. You know what I mean? We've been terminating contracts left, right, and centre. Like it's Judgment Day. All right. Then, you see now because we've seen Arsenal terminate contracts, I'm looking at it now and saying, well, if you can't sell this player, terminate the contract then. You're so quick to terminate Salt and Pepper, quick to terminate Aubameyang and them. You know what I mean? Their players have been leaving for free. So, you know what I mean? But no, we'll still keep these players. We couldn't at least fold forward. We couldn't at least fold towards the end of the season. No, we fold at Christmas. I'd rather not fold at all, but I know what you're saying. You know what I mean? The fact that we did it so early. You know what I mean? I said this. We just did it early. We just did it earlier than what we used to. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. That's how it is now. I mean, we've proper been exposed. We've proper been exposed. The quilts have the quilt has been lifted off, and it's really shown our asses that we ain't about our life. Last season, an anomaly. You know what I mean? We ain't getting last season again. You know what I mean? That was our golden chance. This is why I'm saying Arteta, the only thing that will have me say, you know what, I'm going to give you another season for that, is if he wins 2 trophies. So that's either the league title in the Champions League, the league title in the FA Cup, the FA Cup or the Champions League. If he wins any of them kind of doubles, or even if he wins a treble, then I will say, Arteta, you're the man. Next season, let's see what you can do. If he wins just the FA Cup, I want him gone. Still. If he wins just the league title, I still want him gone. If he wins just the Champions League, I still want him gone. Because last season, you have to make up for last season. I said this. Arteta has to make up for last season. To reward this team with 2 trophies. I mean, for some Arsenal fans, it might not matter what Arteta does, they might still want him gone. You know what I mean? But realistically, it's because they don't expect him to do anything at all. Me, I mean what I say. Arteta could go win as the Champions League this season. I still want him gone. He could win as the league title this season. I still want him gone. He could win the FA Cup this season. I still want him gone. I've been asking for 2 trophies for a few years now under this manager. I've been asking for 2 trophies. I'm seeing Ten Hag's another manager that took a team to 2 cup finals in one season. I'm seeing Ten Hag do it. I'm seeing Guardiola do it. I've seen Klopp do it. We've seen Fergie do it. Kenny Dalglish did it as well when he came back. Mourinho, we've seen Mourinho do it. We've seen Di Matteo do it. Why am I not seeing Arsenal do it? I mean, why am I not seeing Arsenal go to cup finals in one season? Why am I not seeing that? I mean, Ten Hag very nearly won 2 trophies last season. I mean, when's the last time we were close to winning 2 in one season? You know what I mean? So we've seen we've also seen Mourinho and Fergie win more than 1 trophy in one season. Obviously Wenger has, but that was, last time we won double was 2002, the league title and FA Cup. But I'm just talking now, 2 cup finals, and you either win at least one of them, if not both. You know what I mean? If you haven't won the league, okay, I've won these 2. You know what I mean? Last time that was done for us, George Graham. Right? I'm seeing Klopp came into Liverpool and he got him to 2 cup finals. Okay, he didn't win them. You know what I mean? Mourinho did it with Man United, took him to 2 cup finals and won them both. Pep Guardiola, we know what he's done. You know what I mean? Ten Hag comes in, 2 cup finals, wins 1. And Arteta can't even take us to a cup final no more. So yes, this is why I'm asking 2 trophies. Give me 2 trophies. Give me that. I've been hurting bad over this. I had to stop caring about Arsenal a few seasons ago. Last year got me all excited and interested again. Honestly, the biggest bottlers ever in the Prem. I knew last season we'll win a bottle it. I didn't expect us to be in the title race last season. I knew full well, nope, we ain't doing it. Because this one of the things people have to look at when it comes to stuff like this is, how did those other teams do it when they did it, right? And when we saw, if you go back to the recent few years, when we saw Leicester win the league, everybody else was, Leicester winning the league was literally like a kid in a corridor at school going to his class and everybody's fighting in the corridor because of whatever reason, whatever bullshit reason they're fighting for. And he's just walking past them and gets to the destination he needs to get to. And then everybody else comes in late to class now because they're all pissing about in the corridor. That was Leicester's season. You know what I mean? Everybody else didn't want it. That was that kind of season. That was the perfect time for a club like Leicester to win the league, because they're never going to do it outside of that. When Chelsea won it, the season after, Conte changed style and formation after we beat them at the Emirates. Went to 3 at the back and changed the style, and then they just ran away from it. You know what I mean? They won like 30 games. You know what I mean? Which was like a record at the time, winning 30 plus games inside a season in the Premier League season. And then they won the league. And you look at, they were conceding goals, but it wasn't like they weren't leaking goals like that. It wasn't bad, you know what I mean? It wasn't suspect. And that's the thing. All last season was suspect because of the goals we were conceding. You know what I mean? That's how I knew we weren't going to do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at, even when Liverpool almost won it, Liverpool did everything right, but Man City were just better. You know what I mean? So I knew what we was up against. So all these Arsenal fans that fell for it, you know what I mean? If last season, if we were keeping clean sheets to the Rasclat at home most of the time during last season, keeping bare clean sheets, and if we were just keeping way more clean sheets than we did, that would have fooled me, because that tells me, oh yeah, I've seen this before. I've seen teams rarely concede that many goals and then they go and win the league because of the outputs and blah blah blah. I didn't see that. I saw outputs, but I also saw inputs, and the inputs was bad. That's how I knew. That's how I knew we wouldn't win the league. I didn't see anything. I need to see something. If you want to learn how to do something, you need to look at the people who've got experience doing it. You know what I mean? So you can have knowledge of how to execute X, Y, and Z. That's what I was doing. I was looking at, okay, so when Chelsea won it, blah, blah, blah. When Man City won it, blah, blah, blah. When Liverpool won it, blah, blah, blah. Am I seeing any of this? The answer was no. I was seeing goals go in from us going into their net, but I was also seeing goals coming into our net. And that's what I saw with Liverpool in 2014. You know what I mean? 2014, Liverpool was doing virtually the same thing. They were scoring goals, still conceding. And they're conceding too much. And what is your home form like in the league? You know what I mean? Because not even our home form fooled me, because we were conceding at home too much. You know what I mean? If we'd have lost more home games, but kept more clean sheets, that would have been more of a match to win the league kind of thing. But it wasn't even that. We were just conceding too many goals last season. So I knew from the get-go. And when it came to some of the games, like it was when we lost at Everton, because that was our first loss in the league of 2023. I thought, we've got other grounds like this to go to. You know what I mean? Like, and then obviously we lost to City and everything like that. So, yeah. I hear you. I knew this year, though, could tell they were weak. Yeah. Arsenal haven't earned our stripes to be able to play like this and win the league. We couldn't even do it when we played way better like last season. I mean, now look at us. Martinelli, he's what? What can I call him now? He's a Brazilian Saint Maximum. Pace merchant now. Brazilian Mudryk. You know what I mean? Saka. Who can I compare him to? Because his output, to be fair, I think at this time last season, I don't think he had that many more goals at this point last season. I could be wrong, but Saka's been better than Martinelli simply because something's come out of something. You know what I mean? The best thing Martinelli did this season was score a deflected goal that won us the game against Man City. It's the best thing he's done this season. You know what I mean? But otherwise, our attack has been shit. And we've got number 14, right? Damaging to the number 14 legacy of this club, right? So damaging. We've got him in our attack. And he gets to start some games. And it's like, nah. This club can't be serious. The manager can't be serious. You know what I mean? And now, we're in January now. We'll see what we're going to do in this transfer window. We should bin Partey because he just can't stay fit. Got no time for passengers now. You know what I mean? I think we need to be more ruthless now. You know what I mean? It's time to be ruthless now. Because I'm just sick of this. Martinelli looking real crap this season. It's on Arteta as he should be seeing what we all are. That this team is weak under pressure. Yep. You'd expect this kind of performance after you've won the league. If we'd have won the league last season and then we're like this, I'd look at it and say, I've seen this before. Not that I'd be happy about it, but I've seen this before. You know what I mean? These men don't have a right to be hung over right now. It should be going again. 93% champions. You know what I mean? Imagine downloading something and it gets 93%. And that what you've been downloading, you've been waiting for ages for it. Been waiting yonks for it. And it stops at 93%. You know what I mean? And it just says failed in the end. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. But we need to bin Partey. I've had enough. Anyways, Happy New Year, everyone. It's my first video of 2024, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna be back on here on Friday for the match preview of our FA Cup game that we're gonna throw away because I'm not inclined to believe Arteta is going to take the FA Cup seriously this season. He's a naive manager, so he's going to do, he's going to do what managers tend to do. They'll sack off cup competitions for something else. So yeah, my match preview for the Liverpool game will come soon, Friday. Respect my man for doing the videos. I can't watch football video at the moment. Can't watch football video at the moment. And see you soon. Yeah, I'll be back Friday for the match preview for the Liverpool game, and I've even got my Mortal Kombat thingy prepared actually. So that will be coming on Friday. I mean, it hurts to watch them. Yeah, I feel you. But, it's just... I'm actually not even looking forward to the FA Cup game now. Because I just expect us to throw it away. We're at home to Liverpool. And I expect us to put out a side that shows we're not taking this competition that serious. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. and I usually I look forward to games, but I'm not looking forward to this one because we're at home, and I just don't think we're gonna win because I just don't think Arteta wants it. He's gonna look at, I want to win that league game against Crystal Palace. That's what he's gonna be looking at. So yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to it. It's been 20 years of pain. Anyway, thanks for the video and sharing my pain. No worries. Hope to see you back here. I'll probably stream it live. I don't think I'll stream it live, but it's gonna be up anyway on Friday. So yeah. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. Links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.